Hello again, everyone. This is our indoor garden area. It was supposed to be just a few houseplants, but putting in seeds a little early for outside got quickly out of control. And then we had some ideas, hey, wouldn't it be neat if we put them in water jugs and then painted them or something? Just, of course, we get out of control with everything, so. I don't think that will support 2 tomato plants. I think it will do 1 okay. So we might have to take one out of there and kill one of those. This is leaf lettuce up here. These are cucumbers. This is all ready to go outside. We're going to do a raised garden. We'll have some skids or pallets to walk on to stay out of the mud. And then we have an old patio table, which is roughly 4 by 4. And we're going to put these bins on them we bought on top. So there's no bending over and kneeling down. It makes it so much more fun when you can just walk up and pull little weeds out and that's it. And if you water them and pay attention to them and feed them a little bit, you can get away with growing a lot of stuff in a smaller container. But there is a catch to this. You do have to look for a number on the bottom. I'll put a picture of it. It doesn't matter so much for flowers, but if you're going to eat the stuff that's going to be growing in the plastic bins, you want to look at that number. Now I'll put some text, a picture in there to explain that. My girlfriend bought this raised one. It was $60. It's got a couple supports going across it. It's not really high enough in my opinion, but it's a good try. Right now we have one of these bins inside there, but we're going to take that out. We also got these smaller, this is all from the dollar store by the way too. We got some of these smaller white bins and they fit right inside here, and also we'll be using those on the table. You might need something in a little deeper. We have some carrots in here, so we have like a full-size flower pot. We don't know whether we'll probably transfer those into the ground. We got some mesh netting to cover them. These are beans in here, another tall beefsteak tomato. And we have some carrots and some tiny Tims that are ready to get out of here. Let us go. They want to grow. The date on that is April 20th. So that's when those were planted. And they've only been watered a couple times. Overwatering is a very common mistake. You can't flood them. We also improvised a few things. They said peppers were hard to grow, so we grew double amount and gave them extra long time. These are put in April 20th as well. And Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Sunday, May 19th.
Okay, sure it is. According to Big Brother, Big Sister Alexa, it is. So that's what they look like after that amount of time. I put a little plastic divider in there to make sure the roots didn't grow together, so when we remove them to put them in a larger pot, at least we can just cut them with a knife probably this way and that way. You want to be careful, but you can separate them. I mean, as long as you're a bit careful. They do have substantial roots by this time, so. This started off, this wall here. I wanted an office, so there's a dining room there. So I built that wall, and as I was building it, we thought, well, we'll put, a couple recessed boxes in it to hold photographs and stuff, and we'll put some little LED lights in it. And then my girlfriend said, hey, why don't we put grow lights in them and we can put plants in them? And then we got actually really good grow lights. These are full spectrum 20 watt LEDs in each one. So there's 20, 20, and then this one's 30 watt full spectrum. So these ones you can actually change the colors on if you want to. They do work really, really well. As you can see, we've rotated some of these in and out of those boxes, so they do work really well. This monster over here, excuse me, ZZ, It's our little gnome that looks after our garden for us. I think I've waited a little while to water these, a little too long to water those. They're a little bit, getting a little crispy. I'm sure they'll bounce right back with some water and getting ready. Again, I just cut a piece of plastic to put it in the middle. And these are all being transferred too. So it's the roots we're really after, is getting a good root system going. These are little cucumbers. Don't look very far along for when they were planted. They're probably around April 20th as well. And it is now, what, the 19th of May, 20th of May. So they're very hardy though, and I'm sure their roots are quite extensive in there. So they'll transfer really well and take right off when they go outside. So what you can also do is you can just simply use this. If you use a soilless mix that's got good drainage, and this can drain itself, you could poke a few holes in it with a knife in the bottom, but I don't even know that you'd have to do that because it's not going to hold all the moisture. You don't want it to let too much out. So, but even this will hold a full-size tomato plant from the dollar store or grocery store, just a nylon mesh bag. What they're also good for is growing potatoes in there. And then you can take a knife and slit that open and just grab the potatoes right out of there. It's nice to make it less work, right? And you don't know the soil around. So if you just buy some soil, and you can reuse it a few times, you can try and wash it, but I don't know about that. I would just reuse it 2 to 3 times and then put it in a flower garden or use it for landscape around the house somewhere. But you can use it a few times. It doesn't, I don't think the new soilless mix like Pro Mix Soilless Mix and other soilless mixes are really a one use. Our strawberries did not take off at all. These are May 6th, and this has been 2 weeks now, and there's not a peep out of them. They said they were really hard to grow. Strawberries and peppers were both really hard to grow. So we made out pretty good with peppers. With the peppers, it's the soil temperature mostly, I think. Keeping it warm. They like it warm, like 70, 80 degrees. If you have cool soil, they will not grow. A good way to do it is get one of those heating pads. Not a heating pad for you, that can start a fire. You can buy an actual seed starting heating pad, so, hello. And you can use that to keep the soil warm. It likes it about 80 degrees or so. And we chose the full spectrum lights and spent a little bit more money. That was $75 for the 20 watt, another $75 for that, plus tax obviously. And that was $100 for the full spectrum 30 watt. So they give us really good coverage for, and the fan's about 10. So not counting the little tiny grow bulb from the dollar store, you're looking at 20, 30 to 70, 80 watts. So, and it runs 16 hours a day. It runs from 6 in the morning till 10 at night. You can run them a little less. I just wanted it full. But I don't know what that was. But I like it full like that, to have a full 16 hours to get a really good, if you're gonna do it, right? Like these aren't staying in here, but you can, with these lights are strong enough, you could grow limited quantities. But you'll have to check whatever you're growing, crop you're gonna grow in buckets or anything, you need to figure out how deep the soil depth for the roots, right? So if you're gonna grow something that requires a little deeper roots, then go with a 5-gallon bucket or something, so you have a bit of depth there. Like maybe if you want to grow a large tomato plant, potatoes, you know, carrots. I'm being attacked by a tiger. A tiger. Oh, I'm sorry. Little one, say hello. You couldn't care less. You're a star. You've been on camera so much, you're just used to it, you don't even care. This little purple bulb here, amazingly enough, that's from the dollar store. We only paid $5 for that. And I was a little skeptical at first. And I saw on the box that it does offer the full spectrum. I think the reason it's purple is because it has a blue LED and a red LED. Because that's what you're really after, is the blue and red spectrum. Plants don't care that much about white light, too much, okay? Believe it or not, these little tomatoes, look at those suckers. That was sitting on top of soil. So they're really going. Little one, what do you think of those roots? You're an expert gardener, aren't you? Can you even believe my cats left these plants alone? These have been in here for, I don't know, 6 weeks. They're just sitting on there. That tub is of this size in there, back here, I'll show you later, I'll put some photos in, is full of peppers, and I just have some tomato plants that didn't have a place to stay, hanging out with them. And yeah, this is a little tomato plant and like beefsteak. Hang on. And we thought it'd be fun to try growing in these things. They're just water jugs. We just cut both sides out. I think we might have to take one of the plants out or kill one of the plants off, because I think it'll only support one of them. But I think it will, as long as you pay attention to the water, right? And if you maybe give it a little food, because you're not leaning on necessarily the nutrients in the soil so much as if you're giving it a little food, right? So, you checking that out, Bunny? Don't eat it, it's just a tomato plant, I'm sure it's fine. But, and if you get a little white mold on top of your soil, just a slight amount, don't worry about it. Just scoop it off with a spoon. It's nothing to worry about. It's natural bacteria that occurs in the soil. If it's different color than white, then you should maybe be a little more concerned. So yeah, and you don't want light getting at your roots. We just threw some paint on here for something to do. We found some old paint, and my girlfriend was gonna actually paint them in a decorative way. This one here is a little more cheerful. Just an example of what you can do, but you do want to block that light from the roots. If you just have it clear, you'll get mold, like a mossy mold and things growing on your roots, and it'll just kill them. It will not be good. So I would say definitely you have to cover it. If you could even have a removable cover if you wanted, but you have to cover it from direct sunlight. I'm keeping it from getting right in there. This is, what is this little one? This is leaf lettuce. Is that good? Iceberg, I think. Hang on. Oh my God. April 20th. Saturday, April 20th. What's the date? What did I say the date is? Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday, May 19th.
So it's the 19th of May, and this was April 20th, so it's been about a month exactly, I suppose. And that is iceberg. So each one of those little things will actually grow into a ball in the middle, but they obviously have to come out of here pretty soon. We're gonna do that tomorrow. As long as the little one can help us, because there's no way we could do it without her. How would we possibly do it? And so do you want to do some gardening tomorrow if it's not thunderstorming? Sure, okay. But so yeah, those are ready to come out soon, but there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 or 5 of them in there. 3D. Whoa, you're scaring everyone, little one. Get your 3D glasses on. They were started from seed in a little tiny thing and then moved into there. But yeah, we got a little out of control. But yeah, this dollar store light for $5, I mean, it's the peppers and everything are jumping right to it, and it's working really good. I'm really impressed. For $5, and I think it was 9 watts. It draws 9 watts, which isn't too bad. Now it does get warm at the base, like warmer than you'd think, but it's in this is just a plastic socket here, but it doesn't, I've been feeling it quite a bit, checking it, and it doesn't appear to be getting warm. It doesn't seem to transfer the heat back to the base. So you should be all right, I think. But check on it. You don't want to enclose them too much. And I am burning it, like that's what they call it, you know, when the bulb's lit. I'm burning the bulb upside down like that, obviously, to put it on the plant. And we have a rubber plant tucked back in here. And a giant money plant over there. I'll throw some pictures in here. Some aloe vera. But yeah, this whole setup without the little bulb, with the little bulb, it's about 90 watts, but we don't usually have that. This is temporary just to get our seeds out of here. This is all gonna go outside tomorrow. That'll be another video. And I'll show you our elevated garden. So our very little work gardening, that's what we should call it, okay? We call it like glamping, but it's gardening. If you can garden with a drink in one hand and a shovel in the other, a little tiny miniature shovel like this. If you could have a drink in one hand and use this shovel, little one, are you going to use this tomorrow? I think so. Don't you think? It would work. You could dig some holes. Those plants aren't very big. But if you can use a shovel this big and not bend down and not spill your drink, I think you're good. So that's what it's all about, is not working. And however, there is a caveat to that, of course, that I think a mesh is very important or something, because my friends have tried to grow berries and things outside many, many times, and the squirrels, between squirrels, rabbits, and birds, they just nip everything off right away. And then, and certain things have to fruit before they'll continue to grow. If they don't fruit to full flower or something, I can't remember. I'm not a gardener. You can look all this stuff up. Like I said, this isn't a how-to channel. We're just giving you ideas and things, right? And you can look all that stuff up if you want. But they have to go to a full fruit before they'll continue to grow. So if the birds and if the animals keep nipping all the fruit and the plant doesn't get a chance to mature, it won't continue to grow. And it didn't die, but the growth completely stopped. But anyways, you'll see us take them out tomorrow, and I'll show you more about what we're gonna do. Okay, say bye, little one. Bye. Can you say bye? Say bye. Say, thanks for watching. Somebody's home. Look out. The loud people are home. Let's run, run. Come on, little one. We gotta get out of here now. They're home. The loud people are home. We gotta go. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for watching.